15 years ago, I lived in a small apartment that was next to a busy four-lane road where cars traveled north to south. I wanted to die, so I ran from my apartment into the road. I imagined a car would probably break my legs first, sending my body into the path of another automobile. Then I would be in great torture and very bloody against the black concrete with its yellow stripes, but within 1/2 of a second, a hot rubber tire would run over my skull, and my skull would explode like an overcooked pea on a china plate. It seemed very easy, and it was appealing, and to begin this process, I would first need to place myself at the very last possible moment in the path of a car, but I was unable to do so. The headlights were crisp and yellow from some distance, and when they approached, the cars became blurs of red, black, and silver, which were more threatening than I had previously imagined. I could feel the hurricane wind of the cars on my face. I could hear the noises and the horns like screams of machinery from very close. The cars traveled at 45 or 50 miles per hour, which I had never considered as particularly fast until suddenly 45 or 50 miles per hour seemed very fast. I had a fantasy of being struck by a car, but the reality of such an event was proving very different. I now realize I was only wading into this sea, not plunging into it entirely. It would have been very easy to stand in the way of a car and die, but I found myself maybe pushed by some greater desire for survival to move into the unoccupied lanes as each machine drove past me. I returned to my apartment very much alive, with a strange resolve of feelings.
The idol of my heart, Maria Elena, why are we so far apart? I linger here in silent reverie tonight, where tiny stars remind me of your eyes so bright. Maria Elena, tell me, will we meet again? Maria Elena, must I hope in vain? You're all I long to call my very own. Till dreams come true, I'll wait for you alone.
I once thought of life as a mountain. To me, it was something you must climb and summit with some grand destination in mind. Life was one large obstacle, and we were meant to spend our days conquering that obstacle. Pain was the stumble from the mountain, the misstep, that decayed ascension. Perhaps even life itself was a fight in pain. I have since abandoned this idea. I think life is not a mountain, but a valley which we walk through. It is ambivalent in totality, functioning as its own ecosystem, but it is incredible in its many pieces. The flying seeds of dandelion are the stirrings of town and its residents. The grass massages my feet like my cat's paws in my lap on a cold evening. The sun, too, shines like the smiles of those I love, which fade in time and are replaced by nights of darkness, only for the day to inevitably re-emerge. Bees tend to their flowers, and they may sting me as they do so, but this is owing not to my actions, and instead to machinations and psychologies, which always I cannot or need not understand. As I walk through the meadow, I know I will one day, and in due time, reach the tree line, where this valley disappears into the darkness of a forest. I hope that by then I have appreciated the valley so intensely that I can only welcome a change of scenery.